Hi, my name is Stephen Blacksmith. I'm a writer, director, actor, and all-around funny person. You may also know me as one of your former sexual conquests, to which I say, mission accomplished. Now, when this quarantine started, I, like many of you, thought, finally, a reason to use my fine arts degree that my parents always ridiculed me for. So I decided to get together with some of my favorite people in the world and talk about their favorite films via Zoom. Now, along the way, we're going to play a lot of games, learn some fun film facts, and watch our guests get pretty silly. Oh, and it is important to know that we do not monetize this program in any way, but we do support some awesome causes, so we're going to put a description of one of these causes in every single episode, and if you feel the need, and if you can, most importantly, please consider donating. Now, kick back, relax, and enjoy Cinema Variete.
Gabe Hesch.
Yes. I'm sorry, what? Say it again?
I'm just introducing you.
Okay, cool.
How you
Sorry,
doing?
I'm doing great. I'm thrilled to be here. Steve and I have been doing podcasting. I kind of think we got into it at the same time. Are we OG yet? Are we OG in the Albuquerque scene? I guess we'll have to talk to the 10 Drink Minimum podcast to see if we're really OG yet.
I think so. I started producing in 2011.
Okay, then you're definitely OG. So I'm 2015? 2006? No, yeah, I'm sorry. 2017? Okay, I'm still a newbie, but I've been around for 3 years, so that's good.
Hey, you got more views than I ever did.
Thank you. I don't know how we did it. It's cool, but we're excited. We just passed 1 million this year.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's we've been wanting to have a little celebration, but both Sophie and I have been insanely busy with a toddler. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Today's topic: Terminator: Dark Fate. I think it was the most underrated Terminator movie to date. I didn't know if you had a special lead-in to that.
Yeah. I mean, no.
Okay, it's okay.
I don't like Terminator. I'm sorry. I don't like Terminator movies. I've worked on 2 of them.
Okay.
I've worked on Salvation, and then I worked on the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Oh, got it. Okay. Not a fan, huh?
Not a fan, but the Sarah Connor Chronicles was great because I got to watch David Nutter, who is freaking fantastic pilot director. Pretty much everything he shoots as a pilot goes to series. He's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was good, but I'm not a big fan of Terminator. I think they're very similar movies, and I don't get excited when I'm like, oh, this one's now an alternate universe, or all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spoil everything. You have to go through the usual stuff. So actually, we're going to play a game. You're the first person we're trying this game out with. You're a very smart guy, so I think you're going to be able to do this. It has nothing to do with math, but it has everything to do with letters. Now, this game was originally called Synopsis, but I changed it to Synopsis because I took out the vowels.
Okay.
And what's going to happen here is that you are going to give us the entire run of the movie from the start to finish, right? You're going to summarize everything, and you are going to do it without saying one vowel. But being that I'm going to take out a vowel, you could say the other vowels. You have 3 strikes, and after your 3rd strike, I'm going to give you another vowel. So it's going to be an E, and then you're not going to be able to say A either.
Okay, excellent.
Good. Make perfect sense. Would you like to pick your vowel, or would you like me to assign you one? You can't pick Y, because it's sometimes
Go ahead and assign me one.
I'm going to assign you I.
Okay, very good. Excellent. You ready?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready. Here goes. Let me stretch. All right. After Terminator 2, Sarah Connor and her son
Terminator.
are.
That's a strong.
Good one. Okay. After T2, Sarah Connor. That counts, right? I can abbreviate.
Yeah, you're fine.
Sarah. Yeah, and her son are in Mexico enjoying vacay. John orders drunk, and suddenly a T-800 shows up.
Wait,
points-
I'm gonna count that because 8 has the I in it.
Okay,
I know
you're
it's
right,
not
you're right.
spelled out in the movie, but I'm gonna count it.
Man, you're busting my chops here. I'm gonna lose quickly, and our audience is gonna be bored. Okay, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. So T-100 shows up and shoots John, kills him. He's dead. Sarah screams. Screen fades. Future. We are near Mexico. Some girl. Okay, I didn't say this the whole world. A girl is talking to her dad and her brother.
What's her name?
She works in a. Oh my gosh.
Do you remember what her name is?
So I watched. No, but here's why. Here's my excuse. Usually I watched it the week we were supposed to do this.
Yeah.
If I'm telling you side commentary, it doesn't count. I watched it the week we were, and I took notes, and that was it a month and a half because of protests going on out of respect. And at that time, I could have told you, but I had forgotten from 6 weeks ago.
Damn, her name has an I in it, so I thought you would know.
Thought you'd bust. Yeah, it'll come back to me, and I'll say, "Oh my gosh, I should have known this." So there's a thing called liege.
I'm gonna say thing counts.
Crap! That's it. I'm out then, aren't I? I couldn't do it.
You get another one. You can't say A now, and you can't say I.
Okay. Liege sends back a Rev 9. What Rev? Okay. Okay. Liege sends back 9.
Oh, you keep saying back.
Numbers. Because in my head, it's a number. That's why. You know what I mean? It's like you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just in my head. It's a okay.
Well, no, 9 I can
Louis, this is
but
hard.
you said back twice, and you can't say A.
Oh, you're right. I have to put all my concentration on the. Okay, so Liege sends Rev to. Okay, no I's and no E. You said
No
I's and
A.
E's, right? Oh, A. Sorry. Present. Oh yeah. So no I's, no A, but Rev is okay. 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 Yeah. Rev is two Terminators to get together.
I don't know. I mean, I think I heard an A in Terminators, so we're gonna kill it from the game.
Okay. All right. Man, I tried. That's hard. That's hard to do. Okay.
Yeah, it's difficult to do. It's a hard one. I knew this game was gonna be tough, but you soldiered on, and I'm proud of you.
Terminator Dark Fate, I love because I love T2. That girl, oh yeah, that was a cool scene. Their dynamic was very fun. That was lines that we're watching. They get into a fight and they start yelling at each other and screaming about where they come from, and the girl's knocking on the door. When they open it, Sarah Connor says, "Sometimes adults have to have adult conversation," or something like that. It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
They had probably the most fun relationship, I would say.
Yeah, I think you're right. I like that scene too because every Terminator from the first one starts off with skulls and bones. The first Terminator only has skulls, and we love to make fun of it because why are there only skulls? Where's the rib cages? Where's the bones? But there we saw the rest. That scene. Oh look, a lot of skulls. A whole lot of skulls.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, skulls are the best.
Yeah, I did not like those Terminators. I thought they were not well thought out. I can tell you about why. This part was cool. I liked the actor. I liked the scene.
As in, you didn't like the T800 or the Rev 9?
Almost human. I am human.
Not like the Rev 9. No, he wasn't bold, but I'm going to tell you my specific issues with him as soon as this trailer is done. I thought it showed a lack of creativity in terms of the writers. Rather than thinking of a new Terminator, they just combined the old two, and there's problems with that logistically speaking. Connor confronts Carl. I thought that was great. I'd love to see a mini-series on YouTube that shows how Carl went from to an empathetic being that wants to protect. I think this movie jumped the shark when they were in airplanes.
Yeah, and then when I saw that in the trailer, I immediately was like, I'm not watching this.
Aw.
I mean, because
I loved it.
Too much.
I am going to kill you.
I understand.
You're correct. There is something that's too much. It's kind of like having too much frost. Thing like just like, and you're like, I don't feel good about this.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the point where the movie loses me. And then the forced heroism at the end. I'm sure we're doing spoilers, right?
Yeah, you can do whatever.
I was not, so I will say this. Yes, the movie lost me with the airplanes. The movie also lost me with the forced heroism at the end. Coincidentally, the electromagnetic pulse was shot up. Okay, so of course, the girl who is a human, but also machine, sort of did the same thing kind of in T3. But I thought it was a forced sacrifice. Like they didn't have to do that. It wouldn't have added anything if, it would have been cool if she lived and we could see her. Arnold also is sacrificed as well. And to me, we've seen too much of that as well. I didn't like how Arnold went down either. It's just it loses the effect, I think.
Yeah, but I guess he had to make up for killing John or something, redeem himself or whatever, which I thought was dumb too. And I might have missed that part of his explanation of why he killed John. Maybe I was peeing or something. I don't know. Do you remember that?
I understand. So his original his original purpose was yes, I do. His original purpose, he was literally sent back from Skynet. I guess Skynet sent many Terminators back, not just the Terminator that we know and love in T1 and T2. And he was one of the ancillary or the auxiliary Terminators who were sent back as well, also to kill and just meet him. That's odd because that implies that there's other Arnold Schwarzeneggers as well. How many? Who knows? What are they doing now? Like are they just wandering around? And what's implied is, or what's explained briefly that they could elaborate if they really, after he kills John, in the future, Skynet is never made and he finds himself purposeless, somehow wandering or purposeless and interacting with other humans who are not John, who he's got no obligation. Somehow, how his brain works, he evolves. Also implied that with the rise of Legion, this Terminator, who's now Carl, is aware of it. Maybe he just doesn't like Legion. He sees it as a usurper or something. But it's not explained well. This could be good material for a comic book or a YouTube series. But before I forget, I want to tell you what really bugs me about the Rev 9 and see if you agree. And when I've tried to explain this, I haven't had a lot of folks really relate to me. in my mind, there is a limit. Like there's an allowance for unrealistic things in entertainment. Of course, there is. Time travel itself is ludicrous because of the grandfather paradox. But there is an allowance for a certain amount of incredulity. What bothers me about the Rev 9 is we have a Rev 9 who, for all intents and purposes, is a T-1000. He can shapeshift and turns into spears and that sort of thing. But not only can he do that, he can separate himself into two Terminators. Like one of them is the liquid form T-1000 type thing, and the other is an endoskeleton that's very similar to the Terminator and T-1. Did anything about that bother you specifically?
Not particularly. I mean, I would like to have seen more
And I'm a
vulnerability
nitpicker,
with
and
the
that's okay.
endoskeleton. Like they didn't play up
I agree.
exactly.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Here's my question. What purpose does the endoskeleton serve aside from getting in the way and being not as effective as the shape-shifting exoskeleton? Why not just send an exoskeleton that can duplicate? I need some limitations. Like what I would have needed to see, and again, this is more effort for the writers. I need to see something where, okay, he's able to split himself in two, but he has, as you said, when he's separated, a specific vulnerability that he doesn't have when he's together. I need to understand why he's like that. But then I get into that's just too much effort on the part of the writers. Like how much stuff do you have to come up with just to satisfy this need? Standpoint, it's ridiculous. Just send back the liquid dude. There's no need for the endoskeleton at all. It's just whatever, So I know that's not a huge deal, but I'm the kind of guy who thinks about these things after I watch a movie. And I'm like, they didn't need the endoskeleton at all, really. I mean, two shape-shifting exoskeletons, or not, I'm sorry, two of the shape-shifting parts are better than the Rev 9 with the skeleton, the outside part. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I like that you actually think so much about this because you're going to need to use that brain in our next segment. Basically, what happens is you have a Terminator and I have a Terminator. Now, our Terminators are Terminator versions of specific people. And we need to know who's more capable at killing whatever the Messiah baby or whoever the savior character is in the next Terminator movie. So I have a bunch of people here. Well, just a few people. I have former First Lady Michelle Obama, punked era Ashton Kutcher, Teenage Jesus, Samuel L. Jackson. I have Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Lee Harvey Oswald.
Okay, very good. I am ready for an answer, actually.
No. Oh. This is not how it's going to go down.
Oh, okay.
So I need you to pick two numbers. The first number is going to be mine. The second number is going to be yours, 1 through 7, I guess.
Okay, got it.
Oh, and The Rock. So 1 through 8.
Okay, sure thing.
So
all right, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
It's 5. So the first number that I chose in my head was 5.
5. Okay. So 5 is going to be... The second
number I chose in my head was 6.
Okay. So I have Samuel L. Jackson. And you have Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Got it. Okay. Very good.
So we're both going to make our case.
If you're ready.
What? So we're
both no, I'm good. I'm sorry. There's a delay from the...
Yeah, it's a little laggy. But that's fine. So the year is, I don't know. Let's make it 1996. How about that?
Sure.
We're killing John Connor. A time portal opens up. Samuel L. Jackson drops out as a Terminator. So does our sworn lady of peace, justice, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yes.
That's not an official title. I don't know what is, but that's fine.
I like
Now, 1996, LA Gotta Kill John Connor. What do you think?
Yeah, so if it's 1996 with these two. I think it'll be a close call. I'm actually going with Bader Ginsburg. I said her name correctly, right?
Yep.
And here's why. Assuming that they are both Terminators, they are probably somewhat equal in capabilities, with being a endoskeleton that's a machine with an exoskeleton meant to basically fit in. I think that Ruth Bader Ginsburg has a slightly higher probability of getting closer to John Connor, appearing non-threatening. Then again, he's a judge and he is a bit of a delinquent, so maybe he will be more inclined to run away. So that could go either way. But I'm playing on her to look less threatening and being able to get closer faster.
Maybe she is like a grandmotherly figure, but I want to argue that Samuel L. Jackson is just a force of nature, man. I mean, he comes up to you in a purple suit and a Kegel hat.
Yes.
You know, he's talking all like, hey, man, let's do this. Let's have some fun. I'm not going to take no stuff from nobody. I think he's going to be enchanting to John.
Yes.
I mean,
now I will counter and say that the Terminators, although they look very, very realistic, they are horrible actors. That's especially shown in Terminator 2, a cut scene, didn't make it into the movie, where John Connor and his mom are trying to teach the T-800 how to smile and how to act normal. They have to be taught those skills. So unless they come pre-packaged with you, which it's not clear that they do, I'm still banking on Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Okay.
Yeah, you make a good point.
But having all the resources in the acting world that Samuel L. Jackson does have, I don't think RBG has those. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg is practically a Terminator now.
Yes, she is.
I don't know.
Okay.
She smiles.
I don't know where I'm going to go with that. How do I counter on this?
I think Sam Jackson has access to all the training he'll ever need.
Maybe he does, but again, it's still unclear. Well, so the training with the T-800 was simply from John Connor and Sarah Connor teaching him or choosing to. You know, again, if he's just sent back, does he know that in order to reach John Connor, he'll need that? I don't know. I think there's more to explore here. And again, with Ruth, she's elderly. So with anybody who is protecting John, I think that Ruth will blend in to a greater degree than Samuel L. Jackson. You know, if somebody is protecting John, they're probably looking for, I'll assume, a traditional Terminator. And I believe a traditional Terminator is the Arnold Schwarzenegger model, because in Dark Fate, we know there are several of them.
You got a good point there. You got a good point. And, you know, I think I might have to go with Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Okay, yeah, by a small degree.
Yeah, there's less hurdles that she needs to get over, which is good because she's old as crap. She probably can't hurdle worth anything.
Well, unless she is a Terminator, actually, and we just don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. So, you win that round, but can you win our trivia round?
We'll see.
Now, this is trivia taken from IMDb about the movie. I did it as true-false for this one. Let's test your Terminator knowledge. Now, this one goes all the way back to T2 and this movie. The song playing when the Rev-9 crashes through the shed at the barbecue was The Power of Love by Huey Lewis, and is the same song playing when the T-800 enters the bar at the beginning of Terminator 2. True or false?
Okay. I'm going to go with false.
Care to back that up?
No, it's been 6 weeks since I've seen it. This is pure gut feeling, and I do know that when it comes to true and false, if you don't have, you know, a way to verify, and there's some degree of uncertainty, first guess.
Great. Should not have done this on a math whiz. Yeah, it's false. The song is the same in both movies, but it's actually called Guitars Cadillacs by Dwight Yoakam.
Okay, how cool. How cool.
Right.
Interesting. I wonder why they chose that one. Huh.
I don't know, Dwight Yoakam.
Back obviously,
weirdo.
but why? Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Mackenzie Davis, in the first scene where she arrives and fights the cops, she actually was nude during those scenes. True or false?
False. She had pasties. Is that what they call it? Pasties that go over her nipples?
Yeah, like flesh-colored underwear is traditionally what they wear,
Okay.
and it's pretty much a bra all the time, like a flesh-colored, really
Yeah.
tight bra. You are wrong.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, every movie we would traditionally do that because it's totally unnecessary to have someone be actually naked.
Yeah.
But she refused, according to this, she refused to wear the underwear.
I wonder why. Huh. More realism, I suppose. What was your reason?
I guess. I don't know. But still,
Wow, I was wrong. Okay.
you would need a minute to come to terms with that.
I gotta say, I was wondering if enough teenage boys kept pausing it as she was falling as a naked body, pause, see if you can get a scene, so maybe that, but if she actually gave the information away in an interview, then that's all we need.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Now, next one. The past 4 Terminator movies fell short of expectations. True or false?
True.
That is absolutely true, and that is not from IMDb. I made that up myself. Just because I'm sick of the franchise. Sick of it!
Fair enough. Okay.
Now, next one. In this film, the time portal produces intense cold when sending people back in time. But in the other previous Terminator films, the time portal actually is hot.
Correct.
You're correct.
Yeah. In T1, actually, I remember when it appears by, there's a garbage truck, and there is a fence that is singed, and it's like red hot. That was kind of interesting, and I wonder why they choose that dynamic.
Alternate timeline, I don't know. So, this is the only Terminator film with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton that does not feature the actor Reginald VelJohnson. Now, if your viewers at home don't know, Reginald VelJohnson played Carl Winslow on Family Matters, the dad.
Okay. Oh, wow. What a crazy one. My gut tells me false. I'm going with false.
And that is false.
Wow. I'm
That's
losing
right.
here. Okay. I'm still mathematically correct to always go with your gut.
Yeah, I suppose so. But this one is kind of false. Now, there is an actor that fits this bill. It's not Reggie VelJohnson, but it is an actor named Earl Bowen. Last question. Now you're what?
Okay.
You got everyone but one. The
Wrong, right?
The majority of the film was shot in Australia, using various Mad Max franchise locations throughout the film.
Okay, that's the true and false.
That's a true
I
and
believe
false.
it was Australia.
Think back at the
Yeah.
locations.
Okay. I'm going with true on this one.
False.
Oh wow. Okay. What was the false aspect? The Mad Max part or the Australia part?
All of it. The movie was actually shot in Hungary and Spain.
Yeah. Missed that one. Darn.
You don't seem too broken up about it.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I'll keep a stiff upper lip.
There you go. A stiff upper
Yeah.
thumb.
So the Breaking Math podcast is great because you can listen to it when you drive, and it's meant for audio only. You know, you don't have to worry about the video. We did 2 recent episodes on artificial intelligence, in fact. And if you go to anchor.fm/Breaking Math podcast, oh shoot, is it Breaking Math podcast or just Breaking Math? Let me do that real quick. I should
send
know
it
this.
to me and I'll put it on the bottom.
Yes, it is anchor.fm/Breaking Math podcast. That's for a beautiful, amazing audio show that I've been doing with Sophia Baca for 3 years now. And I'm thrilled with it. The other show that I'm doing is brand new, and it's a YouTube show. We don't have 100 subscribers yet, so we can't do a custom URL. But if you Google search Turing Rabbit Holes, as in Alan Turing, that's a show. It's similar to Breaking Math, but it's from the perspective of a particle physicist who's been publishing for many years. So he's got some unique perspectives on stuff. He also is doing machine learning right now for a hobby. In fact, he's making chatbots. Fun stuff.
There you go.
Thanks for letting me plug that. And this is especially for the science and math nerds. If you like to watch anything by Neil deGrasse Tyson, I think that our audience would it's the same kind of audience. Also, if you're an engineering student, if you're an undergrad or grad engineering student, everything we talk about is Shannon's information theory and all kinds of algorithms for computer science. So I think you'll like it a lot. All right, man. Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you. See ya.
See you around.